if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It would really help me and I appreciate it very much. Also, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer everyone back as soon as possible. If you have any suggestions for other products you would like for me to review, you can either leave them in the comments or you can send me an email. All of my contact information is in the bottom bar, as well as my Facebook page and my blog and my Twitter. I will be posting other reviews on my blog that I may not do a video for, so be sure to follow that too so you can get all of my reviews. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing a review for a product that I purchased about 3 months ago, and that is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus Foundation. And let me first start off by saying typically I would have never purchased this product. I have normal to dry and sometimes very dry skin. So usually a matte or a mattifying foundation is completely out of the question for me. But this was recommended to me by a friend and I thought I would give it a shot. And I turned out to be very pleasantly surprised and I really like it a lot. It goes on really smooth and it just makes my skin look flawless. It's also a medium to buildable coverage, which a lot of foundations claim to be, but I find most of the time if I try to build upon a base layer of coverage, it ends up looking really cakey. And it's not flattering at all. Plus it feels like you're wearing 10 pounds of makeup on your face. But this one's not that way. I have a lot of redness on my cheeks because I'm very pale, so my cheeks just are always really red for some reason. And I also get it around my nose. So what I do is I put on like a first coat of the foundation and I put it on with my fingers, which typically is another thing I don't really like. But with this foundation, it just makes it look really natural. And it looks great with brushes too. You can always do that if you prefer. But I put on a base layer and I make sure to buff it in really well. And then I come back and put a little more like in my fingertips. And I just kind of pick up a little product and dab it on areas where I have any redness and pat it in really well. And if I need to, I can do another coat of it over that spot as well. And it never looks cakey. It just always looks really natural and feels really light on my skin. And I really, really love that. Another great thing about it is that it doesn't rub off on everything. The foundation I was using prior to this one was a foundation for dry skin, and it was a moisturizing foundation. I loved it. It had great coverage, but it rubbed off on everything. It was always all over my clothes, it was on my phone, it was just not good. But this one, I haven't had it come off on anything other than maybe my phone a little bit if I'm on it for a long time, but they all do that, as I'm sure you know. One great thing too is that I don't have to touch up my face makeup at all during the day, and I don't like to do that anyway. I don't like to carry any kind of face products with me. The only thing I carry is lipstick and lip gloss, but no face makeup or foundations or powder. Every time I put anything like that in my purse, it gets open in there somehow, and it's just a huge mess. But overall, I would have to say this has been a very, very good product for me, and I would recommend it to anyone. Even if you have, like me, normal to kind of dry skin, if you have combination, or especially if you have oily skin. One tip, if you have dry skin, make sure that you put on a base layer of moisturizer before you put this foundation on. If you don't, it is going to be a little drying because it's made to absorb oil. So if you put that layer of moisturizer underneath it, it's going to more absorb that and keep your skin looking flawless. And if you have oily skin, well then of course it's going to absorb oil for you and it'll be great.